this way allowing the entire body to become completely relaxed, completely at ease. And then we can take 3 slow, deep breaths, maintaining awareness of sensations throughout the body as you breathe. And then allow your breathing to settle into its natural rhythm. Not trying to control or regulate the breath in any way. Simply allow it to flow naturally and effortlessly. And then give yourself permission to let go of any hopes or fears, worries or concerns about the past or the future. To give yourself permission to let go of all of these things for the duration of this short meditation. And simply allow your mind to come to rest in the present moment. And simply focus on the sensations of the breath throughout the body, wherever you can most easily notice any sensations associated with the breathing. Maintaining an ongoing flow of mindfulness of the sensations of the breath throughout the body. And if you notice that you've become distracted from the breath, then no need to get upset. In fact, be happy that you've noticed that you've become distracted. And the very first thing to do then is simply relax. And then release the distraction and very gently return to focusing on the breath. So relax, release, and return. Each time you notice you become distracted, simply keep coming back to the breath again and again, patiently and happily. Or if you're finding that you're simply becoming very dull and sleepy, then use the in-breath as an opportunity to arouse and refresh your focus, to sharpen your focus on the breath. bring the meditation to a close. That's all I really wanted to cover this evening. So is there any questions about anything we've looked at so far this evening? Okay. Ask a question? Yeah.
About the eyes, I'm trying to leave them a little bit open. I feel it's make me a little stressed to keep it open.
Stressed.
They close them like without sleeping.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm used to it.
Yeah. I mean, one thing, of course, is if you've never done it, you have to get used to it. So that's a very good point. Personally, when I meditate with the eyes open, I find it difficult to have them just sort of slightly open. I just have them naturally open.
Okay.
That's also possible. You can just have them naturally open. I mean, that's my preference, but some people prefer to have them what's called hooded, meaning you have you just a little sliver of light coming in. Some people prefer that, but I prefer just natural. So
It's better to leave them natural open than closed.
again, as a beginner, I would experiment. If you're the sort of person who, whenever you close your eyes, you immediately get very dull, I wouldn't recommend having your eyes closed.
No,
But if you're the sort of person that's much more agitated, if you have your eyes open and you're completely agitated, then you maybe close them. So that's something you can adjust according to where we're at as a beginner.
Should I make a point of being aware diffusely of the breath if it comes naturally to be focused on the breath in a particular area?
This practice that we're just doing at the moment, the main purpose is relaxation. And in general, a more diffuse object, it's easier to be relaxed. The narrower the object, the more tendency it is for us to tense. If you can be completely relaxed in a more focus, that's fine. But I'm just here in this retreat introducing this more diffuse focus because generally it's easier for relaxation. Tomorrow, very quickly tomorrow, we're going to move on from that to focusing at the abdomen. And then later tomorrow we're going to move to the nostrils. So we're going to have that progression. So at the moment we're just doing that mainly for the purpose of relaxing. Okay. So again, in this retreat, we're mindfulness retreat, we're working with cultivating mindfulness, which is the shamatha practice, to strengthen our mindfulness. And then on the last day or two, we're going to then apply that mindfulness to gain insight into nature of reality. And this, of course, is the Vipassana practice. And the sessions, again, will be mainly, I'll introduce the practice, we'll practice it 20 minutes, and then you'll have an opportunity for question and answer at the end of the session. The morning sessions, the sessions before breakfast, there'll be no discussion, there's just meditation, 2 20-minute meditations with a little 2-minute break. And also the morning sessions between breakfast and lunch, they're a little bit longer, so we'll have 2 20-minute sessions, but they'll be separated a bit with some discussion in between. The afternoon sessions are shorter, so again we'll do a sort of a general introduction to the practice, meditation, and then Q&A after that. So that's the structure for the sessions coming up. So again, we're running this in silence as soon as we go to bed this evening, to go into the silence mode till Saturday lunchtime. And so I really encourage you to maintain that silence, and you'll find you'll get the most out of this retreat, and also, of course, you won't distract other people around you by not talking as well. Okay, that's it. Any last questions before we finish then? Yeah.
Does the silence start right now or tomorrow morning?
No, when we go to bed, because I think some people have just arrived and they still need to register and stuff, so maybe there's some of you need to do something like that and logistic matters, and but what I encourage then is not too much talking in and around the rooms, because maybe the neighbour next door is trying to get to sleep and you're chatting away. So if you're going to be talking anywhere near the rooms where you're sleeping, be quite quiet because the neighbour might be wanting to sleep. So when you go to bed, silence starts. Okay? That's it. So enjoy your retreat, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 6:45.